Guys, and I'm here for some awesome game day bingo. I'm super excited to be here with you guys live in this first game of game day bingo as we're trying to give out some of these awesome prizes. A minor jackpot that isn't even available in this game, as that major prize is overshadowing it, sitting at 53 balls or less. We got $5,000 available there. We also got a $10,000 mega prize we're trying to give out in 45 balls or less. All should be fun stuff as we get on after in these games. I'll be streaming these games to you guys live on the Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages. If you do send out a message, I will shoot you out some luck as you get on after your awesome bingo playing day. As you're getting after this awesome bingo right here, we got some players one ball away. We'll see if any of them can end up taking this one home as we continue to work through this awesome matchup. We'll see Not Steve as well as Don's Girl leading the charge in this game as we wait to see who takes it home. I got to talk about some winners as we gave out 16 jackpot prizes over the last 7 days and 41 jackpot prizes during this season 15. Seven of those jackpots just went out this weekend as we were able to give out three jackpots on Friday, two jackpots on Saturday, and two more on Sunday. Before I talk about those jackpot winners, though, we do have a winner here. Let's see, $5.40 will be going out to. Wow, it still hasn't gone out at 57 balls dropped. We'll see, as it should be going to one of you lucky players soon. There it is. At 68 balls, we were closing in on 70 balls or less, but good job to you, Not Steve, as well as Maggie. Not Steve over at VFW Spring Lake Park and Maggie over at Lyle Liquors. As we now get enrolled into a game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. Don't forget, in this game, too, that major prize is still at 53 balls or less, looking fantastic. But now that minor jackpot will become available, as it will be sitting at 54 balls or less and only growing as we get enrolled. So hopefully you guys are doing so over the next 2 minutes. As you guys are getting enrolled over the next 2 minutes, I'm going to highlight jackpot winners as we gave out our first jackpot this weekend to Coco over at Frank's Bar, taking home a nice $5,030 prize. Great job to you, Coco, taking home that nice $5,000. We also gave out $2,492 on Friday as S Dub over at Chatters took home that amazing prize as well. Good job to you, S Dub. As we gave out that final jackpot on that lovely Friday, and that went out to Boatman, over at the Blue No, taking home $2,500. Great job to you, Boatman, taking home that awesome prize and finishing off our lovely Friday opportunities of prizes. As you guys are working here on some awesome bingo prizes, we got to highlight some more winners as we gave out two different jackpots on Saturday. As William got our Saturday started over at the Sunray Bowling Lounge, take home $1,125. Great job to you, William. Then we had our final jackpot on Saturday go out to Holly Lou Dole over at Billy's Rockford, taking home a really nice $7,354 prize. To that point, it was the largest jackpot of the weekend through Friday and Saturday. But we gave out two jackpots on Sunday, and both of them were the largest prizes we gave out this weekend, as we saw $8,778 go out to Tommy's over at Acapulco Maplewood, a great prize going out to Tommy in that awesome game. But everything is pales in comparison to the biggest jackpot of the weekend and the final jackpot to go out this weekend, and that was Vicky over at Winners and Sartell taking home $35,380. Great job to you, Vicky, taking home that huge jackpot prize. If you aren't playing for these jackpot prizes in our live bingo, hopefully you're competing for some jackpots in our e-tabs. We have a bunch of different e-tab games, but we just released a brand new one as it is called Raging Snowman. You can brace for winter and dive into the snowstorm, throw some snowballs, and check out those bonus rounds. Let us know what you think of this new eTab game by heading over to our Facebook page, checking out our preview of that new eTab game, and leaving a comment. We saw some people checking in, letting us know that they very much enjoyed that game. Mad Dog, I know I saw you out there saying you were split on the game, were kind of iffy about whether you liked it or not. Check in again. Let us know if you have made your final decision, Mad Dog, as we love hearing all your different reviews on all of our games, as Mad Dog's always got something to say about whatever we release. We got 11 balls away for some of these players, but if you want to be a player, avid Pilot Games player, check it in, letting us know what you think, just like Mad Dog, as I talked about him earlier. You guys can head on over to our Facebook page and give us a like and follow. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. Then you'll be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also get some great information by just asking questions on that Facebook page. If you have any questions about Pilot Games, just head on over to one of our posts and leave a comment. If you do, one of our social media team members will be getting and reaching out to you. If not, one of our players might get there before us and give you an answer, as they are very, very active on those social media pages. You guys can also find our other socials by heading on over to our link tree at the top of our Facebook page. That's a link that connects you with links to our bar locations, our socials, our PGL.world, and even more there as well. So just the hub of all things Pilot Games right there on that Facebook page available for you guys. We are working on these final few balls to drop in this awesome game number 2 of Game Day Bingo, as we're looking at Bobby Z. Oh, and it is Bobby Z over at Briel's Den, taking home a nice $9.80 must-go prize in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting enrolled into a game number 3, with our jackpots continuing to grow and roll into this upcoming game. Do not miss out as we continue to get enrolled into these upcoming matchups, as we got that minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. Getting exciting as we get on through these. As we are getting enrolled into this game number 3, we will be getting after 12 games of this Game Day Bingo during this lunchtime hour, as I'll be here live playing from 12 all the way till 1 p.m., giving out some nice prizes during these 12 games. Then on the 13th live bingo matchup of today, you'll be switching on over to some Lucky 4 bingo. This will have the largest jackpot available of the day at 1 p.m. $112,006 available in that awesome game of Lucky 4 bingo. So make sure you guys are sticking around all the way till 1 p.m. But then you'll continue to play more Game Day Bingo from 1 all the way till 4, this time unhosted Game Day Bingo, as you play through those awesome matchups. As then you'll switch back on over to Lucky 4 Bingo at 4 p.m. That'll be a second opportunity at that huge prize. If it didn't go out at 1, you'll have an even larger than $112,000 prize to work on at 4 p.m. From 4 all the way till 6, I'll be back once again playing some great bingo with you, as we'll be working on that minor, major, and a mega prize, whatever it's grown throughout the day, as we'll switch back on over to a little Lucky 4 bingo at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. will be your final shot on this Monday for a $112,000. If it didn't go out at 1 or at 4 p.m., should be a lot of fun. Any of those Lucky 4 bingo games at 1, 4, or at 6. From 6 all the way till 10 p.m. tonight, you'll be playing more Game Day Bingo, getting after some awesome opportunities at that minor, major, and mega prize, as we hope to give out at least this major prize at least one time today, as it's already at 53 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as you guys fill your day up with Game Day Bingo with a few extra fun special games sprinkled in there. We do like to interrupt those Game Day Bingo opportunities twice a week with PGL specialty nights. The next one coming up this week is going to be MegaSota Game Night, and that's actually happening tomorrow, as it gets started at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki will be there having a lot of fun, giving out some great PGL prizes, as well as some awesome points along with it. They end off with a grand finale jackpot that you will want to get after, as it's sitting at $23,098. You can take home in 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun getting after in some MegaSota game night action. You can also come out for our other PGL specialty night. That is a Wild Wednesday. That runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. Me and Jordy are usually there on those awesome specialty broadcasts, giving out a bunch of PGL points and some great prizes on those Wednesday nights. It's always a lot of fun, so come out for our PGL nights, MegaSota Game Night, 6:40 every Tuesday, and Wild Wednesday, 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. If you guys do come out for those nights, sign up at PGL.world so you can become a member of our league, so you can compete for those PGL points. As we get balls dropping in this game number 3, we're working on a 56 ball or less minor prize that's sitting at $71, a $5,460 major prize sitting at 53 balls or less, and a mega jackpot sitting at 45 balls or less at $10,000. 11 balls away for Elf as well as Hopper 9. We'll see which one of them ends up taking it home, or if it's one of our other players working through this game. As you guys are working through this game, I'm going to hop into our first national day, as this one is a delicious one, National Bagel Day. Toast up your favorite flavor on National Bagel Day on January 15th. Don't forget to pick your favorite schmear too. Make it for breakfast, lunch, snack, or all of the above. I am a huge fan of the bagel, and so this is a big one on today. You can have it so many different ways. My personal favorite kind of bagel has to be. I love a good everything bagel. That's always a staple classic for me. I'm honestly also a big fan of the plain bagel. I think there's a beauty within the simplicity of it. And then I think an Asiago bagel is probably my favorite if I'm thinking of it correctly. Yes, absolutely. I am thinking of it correctly. An Asiago bagel, that's my favorite. I enjoy that with some nice butter. You can make a sandwich out of that, and it's delicious as well. It's very, very good. Bagels are probably my favorite to have a breakfast sandwich on. I feel like it works just perfectly, adds a nice crunch. They hold together nicely, and it's just a beautiful breakfast sandwich when you can have it with a bagel. So, definitely a great one on today to enjoy. Maybe check in on one of our streams and let me know what your favorite schmear is. We do have Mama Tra over at the Boathouse Grill and Bar taking home a nice Musco prize in this game at number 3. We got $11.50 going out to you, Mama Tra, as we now get enrolled into a game at number 4. In this game, number 4, that minor prize will be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less, getting more exciting as we continue to get on through these awesome bingo matchups. As you guys continue to get through these bingo matchups, I would like to talk more about bagels as it is National Bagel Day. And so I got some fun facts for you. If you didn't know these things about bagels, well, now you do. According to the Guinness World Record book, the biggest bagel was 868 pounds, and it took 1,100 pounds of dough, 900 gallons of water, and 110 hours to bake. That is incredible. Bagels are the only bread that is boiled before being baked. They are dipped in boiling water for approximately 3 to 5 minutes before going into the oven. I actually didn't know that. Apple's it had to remake its bagel emoji in 2018 after people complained that the plain bagel had nothing on it and was redesigned with cream cheese during the iOS 12.1 beta 4 cycle release. That's super funny. I didn't realize that they made that change. I guess I just hadn't used the bagel emoji up until then. The shape of the bagel is not negotiable. If it's not round, it's not a bagel. I agree with that statement right there. Last little fun fact about bagels while you guys get after this on this National Bagel Day. Bagel Day is there is such thing as a buzzed bagel that is designed to give you your morning caffeine boost. It was invented by molecular scientist and coffee shop owner Robert Bohannon in 2007, and it can pack as much caffeine as 5-ounce cup of drip coffee. That's pretty incredible. Definitely a bagel I would like to try on this National Bagel Day. Definitely a beautiful one. I'm going to try and make, maybe I'll call up Jordy as she's doing a bunch of running around as this is her first day back to school. That's why she's not on air with us. But maybe I'll have her pick up a nice Asiago bagel for me to enjoy at some point today. We are now in a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. We're working on some nice prizes. $94 for that minor jackpot, sitting at 58 balls or less. We got that major prize at 53 balls or less, $5,477. And then that mega prize of 10 grand that you could take home in 45 balls or less. As you guys continue to work on this, we got our next national day, National Booch Day. Booch Day, also known as National Kombucha Day, kicks off a delicious way to celebrate with kombucha fans. Now, I am not one to have too much kombucha, but I do have it as Jordy, her father, actually makes his own kombucha. And so I end up eating a lot. I end up drinking that kombucha a lot more. I think that's super tasty. And he makes flavors that I like specifically would enjoy, which I think is kind of fun with the fact that, he makes his own. But kombucha is a fermented, lightly effervescent sweetened black tea drink. Sometimes the beverage is called kombucha tea to distinguish it from culture of bacteria and yeast. Juice, spices, fruits, or other flavorings are often added. Kombucha is thought to have originated in China, where the drink is traditional. Definitely a cool one there. It has a ton of good benefits as the beverage can taken as a dietary probiotic supplement rich in probiotic compounds, antioxidants, and has a qualifiable effect on intestinal flora. Definitely some great stuff there. Happy National Kombucha Day. Definitely enjoy some kombucha on today. I probably won't, but I never know. Maybe I will. I like it when it has a little fizz to it. So happy National Kombucha Day. I don't know. Does all kombucha have fizz to it? That's something as someone who doesn't drink it very often, does not know. We have 60 balls dropped on this game, meaning we have moved on past our minor jackpot, working on a must go of $17.90, as that prize will be going out to the great player. Let's see as these final ball drops. There it is, Griff over at VFW Rochester, taking home that nice prize of 17 bucks. Good job to you, Griff, as we now get enrolled into our next Game Day Bingo matchup. This will be a game number 5 of Game Day Bingo with that minor jackpot clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we continue to get after it. So get enrolled, press play as we get into our next national day. This one being maybe the biggest of our days we'll be celebrating today, as it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. On the third Monday in January, Martin Luther King Jr. Day honors the American clergyman, activist, civil rights movement leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He is best known for his role in advancing civil rights using nonviolent civil disobedience. King has become a national icon in the history of American progressivism. Definitely an amazing one on today. Martin Luther King took a big risk and ended up being a huge component in pushing the African American movement forward and letting them get what they deserved and not be discriminated against. It's definitely a beautiful thing on today to highlight, and we'll find out a little bit more about Dr. Martin Luther King on today, as it is a special day for him, his birthday. But he was King entered college when he was only 15 years old. He was actually a super intelligent person, as he got his bachelor's in sociology at the age of 19. Yeah, that's a really smart guy. Uh, very impressive. Uh, Definitely an interesting one. Well, happy National Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We celebrate the man who led the civil rights movement using nonviolent civil disobedience and became a national icon through the history of American progressivism. Definitely an amazing thing there. Happy National Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Next up is National Strawberry Ice Cream Day. Each year, National Strawberry Ice Cream Day on January 15th celebrates one of the choicest flavors of ice cream. All flavors of ice cream are recognized on July 1st. Yeah, no, we're talking about specifically strawberry ice cream on today, as strawberry ice cream, one of the great trios to the awesome gosh, I'm blanking on what those sandwiches are called that have the three different kinds of the three different kinds of ice cream in it. But people love strawberry ice cream. It's super tasty. It's super yummy as well. I think you can add it with a lot of different things, and it makes your dessert even better. And let's find out a little bit more about strawberry ice cream. Is strawberry ice cream the most popular ice cream flavor? Okay, America's most popular flavors were strawberry, cookies and cream, and chocolate chip. So, strawberry up there as a top three ice cream flavor. Definitely an awesome one on today, National Strawberry Ice Cream Day. Last National Day is National Hat Day. Hang your hat and celebrate in a style on National Hat Day. Celebrate each year on January 15th. Don your favorite fedora, cap, cloche, derby, or sun hat. Dig out your ceremonial best and tell the story behind it. Wear your warm toque, stocking cap, beanie, and share the name you give it. They are so many hats, fashions, and names we give them. Certainly, we could wear a hat. Could wear a hat a day and never get through them all. Definitely an awesome one on today. I miss when I had a ton of hats, as I used to just steal my hats from my dad all the time. But now, and as I have not lived in his home for quite a while now, but it was a great time, as I always think about all the hats I had at my disposal. Now I have a growing hat collection. I would like to shout out this guy's hat, as we just had a bunch of NFL games, and this is a sweet hat for our gnome. And so shout out to our favorite gnome, Viking fan, as that was a great NFC North matchup we watched last night. Before I talk more about football, we do have Jimmy's Gal taking home a nice $25 must-go prize over at Oleander Saloon. Great job taking home our must-go prize, Jimmy's Gal, as we now get enrolled into this game number 6. In this game number 6, that minor prize is clicking up to 62 balls or less. Sitting at 62 balls or less, that's exactly what Jimmy's Gal just took home that must-go in. So if we can see that performance repeated in this game, we'll be giving out a nice prize. So get enrolled, press play, as we hope to give out a 62 ball or less over $150 minor jackpot. As you guys are working on that, I do want to talk more about hats, as hats are super fun. You can express your ways in many different ways. As I've gotten longer hair, I used to never be a beanie wearing guy. Snow caps, whatever it was, I did not wear them very often. Outside of the times when I was in the snow, I did not like wearing those kinds of hats ever when I was younger, and even into my young adult life. But then as I've decided to grow out my hair, get the flow going, the beanie has become a staple within the hat wardrobe for me. So I definitely shout out that on today. I love a good Santa Claus cap. Baseball cap is obviously the classic that I like the most. And so that's got to be the best out there. I got a nice one that I actually did steal, as I stole it from my dad at one point, as it was a team that he coached for me as a young kid. Ended up being like one of my favorite teams as a little kid. I stole that hat from him as probably an 8th grader, and then ended up wearing it all throughout high school. One of my favorite baseball caps, and I still wear it to this day. It's a nice black and yellow cap that I still really love wearing. It's one of my favorite hats. Well, happy National Hat Day. Maybe check in, let me know what your favorite hat is on today, or go check out at Winter Wonderland, where you could take home huge prizes while playing some great bingo alongside that Mad Hatter. As you guys just have 30 minutes to get enrolled into this upcoming game, I would like to shoot a little bit of luck to our Twins in their off season, as they are having a great off season, getting things worked around so that we can make some bigger moves. And you guys could send some luck over to our Twins by playing the great ETAB game called Twins Win. You could even check out the Slap Shot bonus round, see if you take home some jackpot prizes. It's definitely a lot of fun playing that great ETAB game. So let us know how you're faring in that awesome Twins theme game. Twins win. 3 seconds before we are in this game number 6 of Game Day Bingo, that minor prize did grow all the way to $178 there at 62 balls or less. Still a 53 ball or less major prize that's sitting at $5,545. And then a mega prize of $10,000 you could take home in 45 balls or less. Even if we don't give out a jackpot here, we do have a $42.10 Musco prize we'll be trying to give out as we continue to work through this. If we do give out that minor jackpot in this game, that $42.10 will actually roll on over to our next matchup. So in a game number 7, you will have a double must-go opportunity, having a great shot at a huge prize at a whatever ball count you end up taking it home at. So it's definitely a lot of fun. We'll see what kind of great bingo happens in these next 2 games. As we got Maggie and Joab right now 11 balls away. As you guys are working on that, I do have a quick little list of movies that were released on today that I'd like to highlight. If you want to check these out tonight, if you're looking for a movie of the night before you go to bed, you maybe check out these ones. We have in 1999 Varsity Blues, a sports classic that I have actually never watched. As a huge fan of sports movies, I have not seen this one, starring James Van Beek, and maybe I have to watch it at some point, as it's considered one of those classics. It's got Paul Walker in it as well as John Voight. Yeah, I have to try it. See it at some point. 2010 released on today. We got Book of Eli, another movie I have not seen, but huge cast starring Denzel Washington, Gary Oldman, Mila Kunis, as well as many others. Definitely a great cast in the Book of Eli. And then last but not least, in 2010, you got The Spy Next Door. This one was super fun to watch with my little brother at the time when it first came out, as he really enjoyed it, as he was at the perfect age. It starred Jackie Chan, as well as George Lopez and other big names as well. It was definitely a fun one. We are working in this game right here. We'll see if we gave out that jackpot prize. No, once again, in a game number 6, that jackpot's not going out. We'll be seeing that $42.10 go out to the great players, Brizo over the Atomic Star Tavern, and Bo Sand, Ag 1. Okay, Bo Sand, Mama Tra, Ag 21153, and Brizo, all of them split up that nice $42.10 must-go prize. As we now get enrolled into a game number 7, our jackpots are continuing to grow. 64 balls or less now for that minor jackpot, sitting at $230. We'll see if we can finally give it out in this game as you guys work on through this. But the last movie I was highlighting on today, The Spy Next Door, a fun little kids movie that can keep you entertained. If you got little kids, it's definitely a good one, starring Jackie Chan. As you guys just have 1 minute and 50 seconds to get enrolled into this next game, we'll be continuing to talk about Pilot Games. And one of our favorite things about Pilot Games is our e-tabs, not the live bingo we're playing, but those games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes. And we have over 70 different charitable options that you can choose from. You can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games. I'd love for you to check them out. One of our newest E-Tab games is called Sherlock Holmes. You guys can check it out with 3 different fantastic bonus rounds. You're bound to take home some big prizes. It's definitely a lot of fun. So check out all of our new E-Tab games. The newest one, though, just released last Thursday, is Raging Snowman. It's definitely a fun one. And I even I found out the question. Somebody asked it on Facebook. So if you asked a question on Facebook on the Roaring Snowman, make sure you are listening right now. As someone asked, has anyone ever seen a lightning strike in a snowstorm? And let me tell you, it's a rare occurrence. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And so I learned something new, as I was of the opinion that I was like, that never happens. That has to be a thing that only can scientifically happen with water molecules in the air. But then turns out it can happen with snow as well. So there you go. If answering that nice question that you guys had on Facebook, if you're even listening. We got 15 seconds to get enrolled into this next game. We got a minor prize of $249. I know some players are going to be gunning for, as it's sitting at 64 balls or less. Still, a 53 ball or less major prize sitting at $5,000. I'll be definitely still keeping my eye out on that great prize, as we also got that $10,000 mega. As you guys are working on that, I would like to highlight PGL.world as the next two nights, MegaSota Game Night 6:40 every Tuesday and Wild Wednesday 7 p.m. every single Wednesday. You guys got to sign up PGL.world so you can earn points on those nights to compete in our awesome top 10 standings. But not only do players who get signed up at PGL.world get to compete for points, they also get access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great information in it. So sign up at pgl.world today, and I'll even get you highlighted in the new member spotlight. This is one of my favorite parts, as you guys always come up with the craziest names out there, as we got Tams Maltz 4, Jabber 469, Killian, Rosie 89, Tag, Danny Kitty, Bold Moves, McGee, Marlin, L Pen 17, Drewski, Frofro, as well as City Angel 80. Congratulations to each and every one of those players getting signed up. Actually, this was probably one of the more tame lists of names that we've gotten uh, uh, reported to us for all those signups. It's definitely a lot of fun. Sign up at PGL.world. I can't wait to see you guys out there. Little this day in music history, as happening on this day in 1972, Don McLean's American Pie hits #1 in the US for the first of 4 weeks. The single runs 8 minutes and 36 seconds. You actually had to flip the 45 over to hear all of it. That is crazy. Well, definitely a fun one getting into #1 on today. Don McLean's American Pie. We are coming down to the final little bit of this game right here. We're seeing who can take home a nice prize in this game, #7, as we got 2 balls away for Sorny. We'll see, as they got a full 10-ball run up to try and get out this minor jackpot. As we have clicked past the major prize, that will not be available, but that minor prize going out to Sorny over at the Pickled Loon Saloon in Grand Rapids. $248 going out to you in that awesome game, as we now will get enrolled into a game #8. I'll be taking a little break as you guys play this upcoming game of Game Day Bingo, but don't miss out, as that $56 must-go prize will still be available in this upcoming game. So it's only going to be growing as you guys get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. So enjoy, and I'll be back in just a minute to announce those winners. Hello, guys, and I am back for some more of this awesome game day bingo. Hopefully, we can have this work out well for us as we are trying to give out a 56 ball or less minor jackpot. $100 available there. Of $5,000 you could take home in 53 balls or less, and a mega prize of $10,000 you could take home in 45 balls or less. And I'm glad that we are definitely going to get it going in this game, as I was worried that the balls wouldn't fall, as those two games that I missed, we had some technical difficulties. But that doesn't mean that we can't announce those winners, because players were getting after it in those games still, even though they weren't on Pilot TV. We had those prizes in those games go out to the lucky players. In that first game that I missed, we had Brizo over at the Atomic Star Tavern take home $83.20. And taking home that last prize that we saw go out in that game as game number 9, we saw Hooper 9 as well as TTOCS. They split up a $26 must go prize. Hooper 9 over at the Silver Spike, and T-Tox over at Beerstube Hastings. Great job to both of our winners as we now get after it here. Right now, you guys are getting after some game day bingo and earning points towards the game day bingo standings, which have been super competitive already in this early season 15. As we're only 15 days into the season 15, we got a ton of ties. As we start off in these game day bingo standings with a two-way tie between Stingray over at the lounge on Lake Mazaska and Lucky 165 over at the Wildwood Sports Bar and Grill in Rochester. They both have 9,000 points. Now, one of our largest ties of these entire standings start as a fourth place tie, as we have Not Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park, WWW over at Katie O'Leary's, D Crown over at the Bridge Street Tavern, Coco over at Frank's Bar, Snowflake over at Eagles Rochester, and Bags over at the Tavern on the Avenue, Mankato, all tied with 10,000 points in fourth place. Before I talk more about these game day bingo standings, we do have Britain over at the Monty Sports Bar taking home $27.20 on that must go prize. Congratulations to you, Britain, as we now get enrolled into this game number 11 of game day bingo. I'm only going to be here live for 2 more games of game day bingo, so hopefully you guys continue to get enrolled and press play as we get through these awesome matchups. I'd like to continue talking about those game day bingo standings. As I talked about, Not Dave, WWWD Crown, Coco, Snowflake, and Bags all tied in fourth place with 10,000 points. But in third place, we had Vicky over at the Heartland University with 11,000 points. With 13,000 points in second place, we got Ben W over at the L&M Bar as our number 1 player and season 14's champion. We have Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with 37,000 points. Now, on to our top locations, as we've had locations getting after in the early portions of this season. As ninth place, we had a 3-way tie to start off the location standings between Beer Stew Inver Grove Heights, MC's Pub, as well as Heartland University, all with 15,000 points. 17,000 points for our 2-way tie in seventh between the Municipal Liquor Store Akeley and Eagles Owatonna. A 2-way tie in fifth, both of them tied in with 19,000 points. It's Duffy's Bar and Grill and the Double Wide. Fourth place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 20,000 points, as we have 22,000 points for our third place location, VFW Spring Lake Park. Number 2 is L&M Bar with 25,000 points. As our number 1 location, home to our number 1 player is J.R. Mack with 509 with 59,000 points. Great job to each and every one of our players getting after, as well as the locations that they've been aiding in those top 10 standings. As you guys are working on this, I would like to talk a bit about our Minnesota sports teams, as we are playing a little bit of game day bingo, which is sometimes themed after our Vikings, like it is right now, sometimes our Wild, sometimes our Twins. And so we're going to highlight all of our different sports teams right here, right now, as we start off with our Minnesota Wild. They're 17, 20, and 5 on the year. And the Minnesota born uh, Bejugston, Bejudstad, the Trader, he recorded his second career hat trick, and Connor Ingram made 38 saves to earn his league-leading 5th shutout as the Arizona Coyotes top the Minnesota Wild 6-0 at XL Energy Center on Saturday. Our injury-riddled Wild have just been on a tough stretch of games, as our Wild have just been so injured. All of our best players have been out. Out, and so it's just been a tough one. We've had Jared Spurgeon. He's missed 13 games. Matt Boldy's missed 7. Alex Golaski, 12. 8 by Frederick Goudreau. 16 by Jonas Broden. 9 by Matt Zuccarello. 7 by Philip Gustafsson. 8 by Kirill Kaprizov. And 7 by Vinny Lettery. And even more that gain on that list as well, as we got some returns coming sometime soon, hopefully, as we do have actually should have just came back a few days ago, Matt Zuccarello. So cool stuff. Hopefully we continue to get more healthy. We're hoping that our Wild can get back to what they were playing right when John Hines was first hired in, as they went on a win streak. Then the injuries have really dampened that stretch of games. But we do have a game happening today, as we're going to be taking on the Islanders at 5 p.m. You can send some luck over to our Wild by playing the great E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild. You can even check out the Slap Shot bonus round, see if you can score yourself a jackpot prize. As you guys are coming down to the tail end of this game, I do have a little bit of Vikings news we can move on into, as they finished off the season 7-10, and lots of talk from our Vikings, as it's offseason talk galore. I'm seeing news articles talking about trading our best player on this roster, Justin Jefferson. So there's definitely some interesting talks that are happening right now for this Vikings team. I think one thing I'd like to highlight, rookie of the years for us, Jordan Addison and Ivan Pace Jr., fantastic rookies for us that played some really good ball. But I think there's a lot of interesting. Kirk Cousins conversation is a very interesting conversation as well. A few little fun predictions that, could happen is maybe Justin Jefferson will become the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history this offseason. That is definitely a possibility. Another possibility is Harrison Smith might retire. That's definitely something I'm going to be looking out for, as he's just so long in the tooth, but he's been so good for so long. And when you still got something left in the tank, I feel like you want to play. We do have Jerbear Naraka, as both of them splitting up $28 in this awesome game number 11 of Game Day Bingo, as we now get enrolled into a game number 12. In this game 12, that minor prize will be clicking up to 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can finally give it out at 60 balls or less, $170 there. Not to forget about the major prize still at $5,000 and the mega prize at $10,000. Another bold take from our Vikings is that Brian Flores will return as defensive coordinator. I don't agree with that take. I think that he's leaving. The turnaround that he had on that Vikings defense, just you don't get Brian Flores back. But I think this will happen. Vikings re-signing Daniil Hunter, even though he's on the wrong side of 30. We need somebody to get that consistent pass rush when we're not blitzing, and Daniil Hunter is that guy. Now, maybe this draft we try and solve that issue by drafting an edge rusher in that with that 11th overall pick. But question marks there. And last but not least, the Vikings sign at least 2 defensive starters in free agency. Those would definitely be some interesting stuff. Send some luck to our Minnesota Vikings in their offseason by playing the great ETAB game Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus round to see if you could take home some jackpot prizes. But super fun stuff, as we were the 3rd team in the NFC North, and both of the teams that were ahead of us in the NFC North we're actually in the 2nd round of the playoffs now. So we are looking pretty good. NFC North teams, as Lions will be taking on the winner of this Tampa Bay Eagles game tonight, and then we got Packers versus San Francisco, which should be an interesting one, as the Packers looked like world beaters against those Cowboys. Or did the Cowboys just look like the choke artists that they've been over the last few years? I don't know. It's definitely been some fun stuff. Just 30 seconds to get enrolled into this final game that I'm going to be live with you guys for. As you guys are getting enrolled, I do have some Timberwolves news I can go over. The Timberwolves defeated the Clippers 109-105. Anthony Edwards led Minnesota with 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists, filling up the entire stat sheet. Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert totaled in 32 points, and Kawhi Leonard, who was going up against them, Norman Powell, and Paul George led Los Angeles, as Russell Westbrook totaled 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 13 assists in the loss. Minnesota snapped a 3-game win streak for the Clippers to improve to 28-11, as the Clippers moved to 25-14. Huge win for our Timberwolves, as we continue to get these awesome wins. Let's check out some NBA power rankings, as I have no clue. I haven't looked at an NBA power rankings this year, but I expect our Timberwolves to be at the top of the list. But we'll see. As right now, they have at number 1 in the power rankings the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 2, the Boston Celtics. Number 3, the Denver Nuggets. And at number 4, they have us, Minnesota Timberwolves. I think that's an interesting take, as our Timberwolves are a pretty good team. We're shooting good from 3-point. We're efficient from the paint, and we play the best defense in the entire NBA. So I think that we can move up in that list. I think we're better than, playoff matchups. I'd rather have us than the Thunder, and I think it gets competitive when you talk about us versus the Nuggets or us versus the other top teams, Celtics. I think close games. We watched a close overtime matchup with us and the Celtics just last week. So I think it's a lot closer, and we could even be, I think we're right in, the jumble of, top teams in the NBA, the teams that can compete for a championship. Speaking of teams that can compete for a championship, we will not be going up against one of those in our next matchup, as our next matchup is actually going up against the worst team in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons, as we will be taking them on Wednesday. We will be in Detroit at 7 p.m. to play that awesome game. We are coming down to the final little bit of this game right here. A little fun fact, Wikipedia launched on today in 2001, which was actually unsuccessfully notched as Newpedia, which is really funny. We do have MDW over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove taking home our jackpot prize in this game, $192.99. Congratulations to you, MDW, as we now get enrolled into a little Lucky 4 bingo action. In this game of Lucky 4 bingo, you'll have a shot at $112,006. Do not miss out, as that will be an amazing opportunity. As you guys are getting enrolled, though, I would like to remind you of one specific player, and that's Vicky over at Winners and Sartell, who took home $35,000 this past weekend. And over at Winners and Sartell, they support the great charity, the St. Cloud Boxing and Wrestling Club. Their mission is to enable athletes and coaches to develop character and achieve sustainable competitive excellence. Definitely a great little mission there, and a reminder that when you play Pilot games, your community wins.